Hi folks, it's John from lastchanceautorestore.com. I'd like to share with you a brief update. This is the Factory 5 Racing Type 65 Coupe. In a previous video, we were talking about the body seams and what you need to do in the body seams. So I basically have some of the body work at different stages just to give people an idea of what's required when it comes to doing the body work on this, and then I'd like to talk about the driving lights after. So if you recall in an earlier video, we were talking about, the camera person can probably come over to this side. On the passenger front side, you can see along this seam here where this is jutted out a little bit too far. We talked about we're going to repair it, and we will. We're going to cut this open and get it where it should be. We don't want to rely on body filler because that's over 1/4 inch thick. But what we're focusing on is along this seam where they've joined everything. That all has to be removed. So we haven't done it yet. So you can see there's the pale red and there's the bright red, and there's some glue. There's also wax in there. So this is very, very important for people to understand or to realize. Whenever body panels are set into a mold, the mold to allow this body to come out of the mold without having damage is they use this wax that they line it with before they lay the fiberglass. So in all of these seams, you've got glue residue, you have some resin, but you also have wax that's trapped inside, and it's in all of the seams. So where they have the line going across for the front nose, where they seam the outer fender to the inner hood and fender along this seam, and all the other body seams, you have to make sure you remove all the wax. So you can sand it all out, or we use an air tool very carefully, and we eliminate all of the goo that's in there and the wax. And then it's not good enough at that stage, you have to use acetone. So stores like Napa sell it. So what you do after you get it all cleaned out, you have to use a clean rag, latex type gloves, because you can't have your fingerprints or oil to contaminate it, and you take acetone on a cloth, and then you have to really well wash and rub in all of these seams and nooks and crannies to eliminate all that with acetone, and then just let it air dry. Once it air dries, then all of the seams are ready for body smoother or body filler. And that's what we've done here. So we have a couple of stages. So this is really barbaric looking here because we had really bad seam all the way along the front where they join the lower fascia to the upper nose. So we cleaned all of that out, we did the acetone, and then this is just putting body filler on with a putty knife. So that's the first skim or coat of body filler, which looks kind of rough, and then we start to block sand it out. So for example, we talked about in the earlier video, you can see where we have these air pockets that we've broken away on purpose, and then we're going to fix that in the next video. I'll show you how we repair it. But in this one, all of these seams, so the line coming across the hood, we cleaned up. So we had it like this, and then we block sanded out to get it close. And then there's still divots or ripples in it. So then we put a second coat on and then sand that to get it closer. So basically, this is your first coat you put on. This is then that same coat sanded. So it's a little bit closer. It fills in the seam, but you can see up here, it'll probably come up in the camera, there's still low spots in here, so it's going to need another little skim. So that basically gives you an idea from the beginning, and then so we've got basically 2 coats that we block sand so far. And then the other thing we're going to be doing, if you look on this driver's side, when you obviously can't see it in the video, but when you run your hand across the top of this fender, in the mold where they mold the one side to the other, when it's glued together, it's called a flat top or a flat edge. So it's not perfectly round because of the mold. And then you have to basically build this up and then block sand it all out so you have a perfect semicircle, or like the original Daytona did, that very smooth look. So you can't really tell in the video, but all along this side here is lower, or it's cupped or dipped, as opposed to being round. So we'll do some more body work on that and share with you what it looks like as we make more progress. So we talked about these headlights, the upgraded headlights in the earlier video with the marker and signal built in. I really like that look. and then we continue dry fitting. So we're working on the front nose. We have the adjustments really well and the latches to lift the hood up and down. Previous video we shared with you how wide it opens up now, so we really like that part. So doing a little bit of body work, and we wanted to fit the driving lights in. So the driving lights that the client purchased, they only have one set apparently from Factory 5. So I don't know if it'll show up in the video, but this is kind of the look that we're after, is the driving light built in those lower holes in the fascia. So basically we want to dry fit everything because in the hole in here, I think the camera person can show you, there's two bolts, there's fastening points for this front nose to the front bracket where there's a pivot. So you got two bolts there and obviously two bolts on the passenger side. So one of the reasons why you want to have a good sized driving light is obviously to not expose those bolts, but also you need to fill in that hole. So I'm a little bit disappointed in these because they're so small. So when these are held in there, I probably don't have it straight because I don't get my fat head in the way, but when you have it in there, it's too tiny of a light. There's too much body around it. So these aren't the correct size in my opinion. So everything I've seen, they seem to be fuller in terms of the lighting, and at this point if we have that light in there, you're going to see the bolt in behind. So there's two bolts, and if you have that, because we measured it and centered it and we went to install it, you could see the bolt in behind. So we'll find another supplier, we'll buy the right size of driving light, because we'd like to do the dry fitting there also, because we've got brackets in the back and then the wiring we have to run through, so we want to do a pilot hole, fasten everything in to dry fit everything before we go to remove it to continue with the bodywork. So that's basically the front nose and the lighting situation and the bodywork with the seams. And our next video what we're going to do is we're going to share with you the metal, because we touched on it just briefly. They use a lot of, we can see it from this side, I think the camera person can come in, use a lot of aluminum, and they suggest in most of the locations that all you do is just drill and pop rivet the aluminum in, but I don't care for that unfinished aluminum look, and there's printing and stuff on it. So I've got an option, and we have the luxury of doing sandblasting and powder coating in-house. So in the next video we'll share with you, we're going to powder coat a lot of this metal. So this is the Type 65 Coupe, Factory 5 Racing, and I'm John from lastchanceautorestore.com.